So let me start recording. So yes, Demola Aderibigbe, the previous slide, please. Previous slide. Chiney, if you're there, go to the previous slide.
Come again, please.
Can you go to the previous slide?
Okay.
The one before this. Thank you. Demola Aderibigbe is a business humorist. Move forward. Okay, great. Business humorist, strategist, and PhD scholar in strategic management and innovation. Following his bachelor's and master's degree in business, as well as over a decade of dynamic experience in business and brand consulting, he founded Lalaa Consulting, an innovation strategy and corporate education company. He led a team of researchers, strategists, creatives at Lalaa Consulting to pioneer humor-based gamified corporate training in Nigeria. Lalaa, as is fondly called, has deployed this groundbreaking approach to business consulting with at least one of the top 4 brands in almost every major sector of the Nigerian economy, such as Meta, GTB, May and Baker, NNPC, First Bank, Stanbic IBTC, Sika Manufacturing, Azila, UNICEF, the Chartered Institute of Bankers, ARM Pensions, the Nigerian Exchange Group, and the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, etc. It's no surprise he's described as Nigeria's premier business humorist. He drives transformation from the soul of business's boardroom to the skin of their brand's touch point by facilitating strategy sessions with C-suite leaders to redefine their market position and cascade into an integrated customer experience. Next. Case in point, after the largest merger and consolidation of 9 financial institutions in Nigeria to form Unity Bank, he facilitated the brand acculturation program for Unity Bank across Nigeria. He also has provided strategic advisory services to the management of the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, Dimension Data, Sweet Sensation, Lapo, Mida, and so on and so forth. It brings disruption by design to business as usual philosophies, people, and value propositions, transforming them into purposeful, pertinent, and preferred brands. Demola infuses a rare blend of creative insight, case experience, business humor, and gamification into corporate consulting to enable his clients to achieve an exciting and immersive experience as well as faster adoption rate. Not-for-profit institutions like Faith Foundation, Data and Lighthouse Advancements in Career and Enterprise have been amongst clients he has consulted for, and they attest that his engagements are profound, practical, and profitable. We have here today Demola Aderibigbe as our masterclass speaker who will be taking us through the topic of unconventional strategies in elevating your vision into reality. And welcome with me today as I bring up stage with your favorite emoji, Demola Aderibigbe Lalaa. Please let us cheer him on as he come up stage. Okay, I need to make him a co-host, right?
I'm up stage. I'm coming up stage.
Coming on our virtual stage, you know.
I'm literally walking off the stage right now.
Thank you so much, Lalaa, for being here today. I truly appreciate it. Let me say a background story, right? So Lalaa is actually one of, how will I put it? Lalaa was instrumental, right, to this coaching program. You know, we had a session last year where it was a consulting session after the brand garage, which is his premier platform or touch point for individuals who want to build their brand. And I attended that session and it was mind-blowing. So alongside that session, we had a one-on-one, and the kind of insight that he brought into the conversation, into that meeting that day, actually led and started the journey of the 90-day accountability program. So if you have benefited, some of you have said this has been transformational for you. It has helped you to take action on your goal, right? We need to thank Lalaa for that because he was a prophet behind the 90-day accountability program. So I'm bringing to you not just a friend, I'm bringing to you one of the foremost innovation consultants in Africa, right? So sit back, see, so that you know I'm not kidding. I have my notepad here, ready to take in everything he would be saying. So I'm just advising you also as a beneficiary of the 90-day accountability program to listen to what Lalaa is going to be saying today and just be open-minded, to take in as much insight as much as possible. Thank you so much, Lalaa, for being here. I truly appreciate it. And over to you.
Okay, good morning, everybody. I hope you can all hear me well.
We can hear you. Can you lower your laptop so that we can see your face properly?
So I'm not seeing myself. I don't know what I'm looking like. Okay.
Okay, you
I'm
might
not seeing
probably
myself.
change your view to gallery or something.
Okay.
We can see you. Are you on gallery view?
Yes, okay. Does this work? Okay. Okay, that's fine. I think I'm just brightness. Okay. So good morning, everybody. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Tosi, for making me feel really special this morning. So I want us to go to, directly to what it is we've got to cover this morning. And share, I actually created a slide for this. So if you can see this, just give me I see, in the chat. Okay, you see. So Michelle, you see, you definitely see, I know. And it's because of you I'm changing my accent, How are you? Good to have you on this call. So I know you guys can hear me, but I can't hear anybody for some strange reason. But since you can hear me, let me just pull through. Okay, so this morning we're supposed to be discussing unconventional strategies to achieve your vision. And if you would notice what I used as the image banner, you notice that everybody's going zigging, and one particular guy is zagging, if you understand what I mean. So I'm hoping by the end of today's session, we're able to find our zag. That's my goal. Because unfortunately, a lot of people are in the Me Too space. Me Too space in the sense that they're going with the bandwagon. And nobody gets celebrated for any other thing but their uniqueness. I can say this firsthand that the best side of you would ever experience is the authentic side of you, in terms of influence, in terms of income, in terms of reward, whichever way you look at it. The best side of you is the most authentic side of you. Yes, my name is Demola Aderibigbe. I work as a strategist, humorist, and instructor. I work with a company called Lalaa Consulting. And I'm going to use Lalaa Consulting as the case study here, because I'm not going to come and tell you about one company I read about. I'm going to tell you what it is that we've been able to achieve by the grace of God. I'm bringing some of the things we're going to be discussing here to four. I am married to one wife. I have a 4-year-old now, by the way. She reminds me. Wait for her to go to her husband's house. You have no idea what I go through. Everything she does is beyond her age. I won't wait.
Lalaa, we can't hear you. Hello? Can we all hear Lalaa?
Are you for real?
Okay, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so where did you last hear me?
Everything she does is beyond her age.
Oh, everything she does is beyond her age. Yes. So indeed, everything she does is beyond her age. I said that the words she speaks, her confidence level, way beyond her age. You know, the words she speaks, way beyond her age. The quantity of food she eats, way beyond her age. You know, the school fees, way beyond her age. Because like I said, I'm pointing my PhD right now, and her school fees is more than mine, and I don't understand, you know? So I can't wait for her to go to her husband's house so that somebody else takes the responsibility from me. Because I've tried. She speaks very good English, by the way. You know, she's very confident, and she can differentiate between spaghetti and Indomie, and that's fine, you know? So that's fine by me. So I've been privileged to work with at least one of the top 3 organizations in every major sector of the Nigerian economy. So you call any sector, you know. And I got all of these gigs, you know, based on referrals and recommendation. I have never marketed. It's a shortcoming, major shortcoming, major shortcoming. I have never gone out marketing. I've never knocked on any door, sent things, you know. All the jobs I have gotten thus far has been based on referrals and recommendation. You know, it's bad, really bad in the sense that you have no idea how much more you should have achieved or grown if you probably go out marketing. But this is just to tell you that when you adopt this particular approach we're talking about, you will get traction in ways that you can't imagine. And I don't have followership on social media or something so that you think, okay, it's social media. It's just one experience, that's all. One experience makes the magic, and you keep on being recommended. So I run a campaign called LIBL. It has morphed into something much more, but I totally believe in expressing your authenticity. And you know, that's what I describe as living your best life. So peradventure, you see anything in LIBL anywhere, you know, please buy, so that Latoya can keep on going to good schools. Okay, and that's my daughter's name, by the way. Okay, yes, so to the crux of today's matter. Now, there's so much hullabaloo about the difference between mission and vision. Yes, the topic is unconventional strategies to elevate your vision. But you know what? Let's be clear about what vision is. First and foremost, let's be clear about what vision is. I find that a lot of organizations, and not just, you know, small businesses, a lot of big organizations have misconstrued quite a couple of things. For instance, the word sales and marketing, there's a huge misconception with regards to those words. Some organizations use those words interchangeably. How many of us understand what I mean? You know, they use the word sales and marketing so interchangeably that a lot of people actually don't know the difference between sales. So when you get somebody to work, for instance, let's take the financial institution. Someone works in a bank and the person has been put into the position of going to get money, basically going to get money. What would you say the person, what department would you say the person is in? Go and bring money in. What's the person's department? So let me do a sample. Please put that in the group chat. So let's be clear. Let me see. Yes, person is in sales. However, when you meet them, what do they describe themselves as doing? I want us to, yes, you can't do sales without doing marketing, I agree. But when you meet them and you ask the person, what do you do? The person says, I'm in marketing. However, she's not in marketing or he's not in marketing. There's a clear difference. Marketing is everything that will enable sales. Sales is the actual point where you exchange the product for, you know, the income, the remuneration of funds. Everything. So the person in corporate communications is in marketing. The person doing PR is in marketing. The person doing brand strategy, graphic design is in marketing. The person that says, you know, is in sales. So a couple of words have been so misconstrued, and that is why I'm starting from here. Because, for instance, when you tell people what's the difference between vision and mission, even a lot of organizations have no idea. They misconstrue it a lot. Your mission basically is your value proposition. Value proposition meaning what specific value you offer. So, for instance, what is the value proposition of a medical doctor? What's the value proposition of a medical doctor? I want to make this as interactive as possible. Anybody, you can either type into the chat or unmute. What's the value proposition of a medical doctor? What's the value proposition of a baker? Are we still on this call? Are we here? Are we here?
For a baker, I would say is to help create memorable experiences. To create memorable experiences for people and giving them great culinary tastes. Yes, through their cakes.
Okay, great culinary. What did you call it? I didn't hear that.
Taste. Taste.
Okay, great culinary taste. Okay, fantastic. Now, I want you to now transpose that into a vision. So to give your market or your customers or clients a great culinary taste. A vision would be how far do you want to take that culinary taste? Do you understand what I mean? So a vision basically is you now saying that I want to probably be the best, the best, what's the word now? Do you design cakes or do you bake cakes or what do you do to it? The best deliverer, or the person that gives the best experience of culinary taste, to give the best culinary taste experience in Nigeria. That's a vision. However, do you realize that that vision you just said is actually somebody's current position in the market? Are you aware?
Yes.
That vision we just started now based on, and I'm thinking you're a baker. I'm thinking so, right?
No, I'm not. I'm a pharmacist.
You're a pharmacist. Oh, okay. So, but you see, the vision. Do we have bakers on this call? You see that vision for the bakers we just described, right? Now? We have two. Are you guys?
Yes, Ajure, where are you? The CEO of Ajure.
I'm here.
Awesome. So let's just use bakers. Thank you, and thank you for leading us that way. Taiwo, I guess, Abi?
Yes.
Taiwo, you will make heaven. Do anyhow, you still make heaven. Thank you for leading us that way. So, what we've described as the vision, to be the best. Now, the value proposition is deliverer of culinary taste experience. To deliver the best culinary taste experience in Nigeria, to be the best, person at doing that. That already is somebody's current position. And for those of us that work in the baking space, who do you think owns that position right now? Or anybody, please. If you're Lalaa Adewale, good to have you here. So who currently
maybe cakes and cream?
What did you call it? Cakes and cream? Is that what you said?
I said, yes, I said maybe cakes and cream because they love.
Okay, so if not cakes and cream, who else?
But I know cakes and cream is a voice in that industry.
Is topping charts in that industry? Who is the market leader in that industry? The ones we see.
I think I'm Diva's Cake.
Diva's Cake. Thank you. So, yeah,
Diva's Cake.
Diva's Cake. Okay, thank you. So let's just take Diva's Cake and Cakes and Cream as market leaders. And if you're Lalaa Adewale, please, what's the name of your brand so we can always use your brand as the case in point.
Cakes by Grace Fingers.
Cakes by Dunsin.
By Grace Fingers.
Okay, Grace Fingers. Okay, Grace Fingers, GF. Okay, cakes by
Cakes by Grace
CBGF.
Fingers.
Okay, CBGF. Okay, so CBGF. Now, CBGF's vision is actually Diva's Cakes' current position or Cakes and Cream current position. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, if you look at your industry, there's a way we stagger industry and markets and look at the positions that each major brand hold. The major brands are described as the market leaders. Market leaders. The Cakes and Cream and Diva we just mentioned now are market leaders. Now, following them are market challengers. They are also known brands, but they are competing as hard as they can, you know, to challenge the top position that is owned by Cakes and Cream and Diva Cakes at the moment. Then they are market followers. Market followers meaning that they are not challenging. They can't even challenge, the market leaders. They don't have the resources to challenge the market leaders. What they are just trying to do is that, me too, I'm also in this industry. Now, let me give you an example so that you can get what I mean. This is financial services. Please, I want you to identify the market leader. What is the market leader in the financial services? Which brand do you think owns the biggest market share? Anybody, you can also
GTB.
GTB. Oftentimes, there's a rule called the created by BCG Matrix that says that oftentimes there are about 2 to 3 market leaders that own the space. They own that space, So GTB, Zenith, thank you, Zenith, GTB, and Access Bank. Yes, those are the market leaders. Now, the market challengers will be anybody. And I want to do this quickly so that we can go into the crux of the matter.
Market challengers.
Market challengers, people that you feel are trying to give GT Bank a run for their money. Trying to give Zenith a run for their money.
Okay.
Wema is actually a market follower. Because interestingly, Wema is just a regional bank. It doesn't, if you just cross border to Benin, Edo State there, Wema Bank is not there. Wema Bank is only in the West. Stanbic is a market challenger. Wema Bank is a market follower. Basically, for instance, now, if you notice that everything GT Bank does, some banks try to just copy and paste it. Do you agree with me? For instance, Providus has started the Hive. I think Sterling started One Food and Drink stuff too. Whatever market leaders do, market followers just copy and paste. Market challengers and market followers just copy and paste. For every industry, there is a market leader. For the noodle brand, who is the market leader? And this one is obvious. This one is so obvious. And I say that because in 2013, Dangote Noodles was doing a relaunch of Dangote pasta and Dangote noodles because Dangote pasta used to coagulate. Now, we did a research to find out who was the major noodle brand that we should, be benchmarking with. And at that particular time, there was a particular song that was everywhere. Honeywell, noodles, bam, bam, Lalaa, bam, bam, Lalaa. Now, we took that song as a sample song and went across Nigeria and we asked children. It's clear, everybody knows clearly that Indomie noodles has probably over 40% of the market share in this business. Now, anybody starting a noodle brand would want to say they want to be the best noodle brand in Nigeria. Meanwhile, that your vision is somebody's current position. You think the person will just sit down and say, yeah, come and take it. No, the person will defend the territory defend their turf. So Chick is a market challenger, yes. Now, as I'm doing this, I want you to look at your industry, and begin to ask yourself, my vision, the current vision I have, with regards to whatever it is I want to achieve, whose current reality is it? Whose current reality is it? Any industry you belong to, whatever vision you have is somebody's current position. The person owns it, is sitting on it. And you know what? You ain't gonna get it. That's the truth. And I'm not trying to cost you anything, because business, first and foremost, to a lot of market leaders, is warfare. Did you hear me? It's warfare, it's war. And they don't mind. They don't mind killing another business for them to survive. How much more you an underdog? But there are approaches to do it in such a way that you still get traction nonetheless. So we gave children money across Nigeria and sang the song, Honeywell, Noodles, Bam Bam Lalaa, Bam Bam Lalaa. Do they know the song? They will say yes. We will give them 200 naira and tell them to go and buy the noodles attached to this song. The noodles attached to this song. The children would take money from us, and we did this across the geopolitical zones of Nigeria. The children would take money from us, sing that song to the point of purchase. When you get to Mama Titi's store, they'll say, Mama Titi, you have from Indomie. 95% of the time, those children came back with Indomie noodles. So though they were singing Bam Bam Lalaa, but when they came back with Indomie. Why? The market leader had defined to those children, what noodles should be. So a lot of times you find that the best way sometimes to describe what you do sometimes, is to say, okay, like it's clear that that's the market leader. This is the educational sector too. The market leaders are 2 or 3 of the brands. Others fall into market challengers and market followers. Now, if you are on this call, except to work with an international brand that is a market leader, there is a strong likelihood that if you own your own business, you're an underdog. And you know what? The market leader is not just going to look at you and say, come and take your vision. They won't. Just the same way David and Goliath. How many of us remember David and Goliath from 1 Samuel 17? David was an incumbent, just like all those other brands we've mentioned. GT Bank is an incumbent brand. Zenny Bank is an incumbent brand. Cakes and Cream is an incumbent brand. Divas Cake, incumbent brand. They are Goliaths. They are bigger, more experienced, they have deep pockets, and they will defend their market share with everything they have. You, on the other hand, an underdog, you're small, you are inexperienced, you are underfunded, and you are literally a seeker. Now, first thing you must be clear about, underdogs cannot beat incumbent brands on the incumbent stuff, terms, and rules. If you think that David would beat Goliath one-on-one combat, physical, you've been watching too much of, what's that thing called? Is it Bollywood or what do you call it? Do you think that David can beat Goliath head-to-head physical combat? Do you think so? Because if you read 1 Samuel 17, you will realize that Goliath was skillful, more experienced, and David was an underdog. For you to beat Goliath, for you to take your vision and make it a reality, you must compete on your turf, on your terms, and on your rules. I use this image to describe that. You must change the rules entirely, the rules of engagement within that industry. If you don't change the rules of engagement within that industry, you are food, for the leaders. Talk less, you're food for even the market the market challengers, talk less of the leaders. A lot of brands will end up as market followers. And you must realize that you cannot beat the incumbent brands on their turf and on their terms. You can't. You will try, but you won't win that war. The most likely brands that can beat, market leaders are brands that are challenging head-on, and for one reason or the other, the market leader seems to make a major mistake. It has to be a major mistake for a market challenger to take over. And I'll give you the case of Nokia. Nokia, Samsung, Nokia, BlackBerry, Samsung, and Apple. They made major mistakes, and they would do everything to ensure that they defend their turf. And that is for market challenger. How much more one that is just you are just a market follower? You're basically trying to find your way in that market. So how do we change the rules? How do we disrupt business as usual? That is the crux of the matter today. How do we take, cake by Grace finger and ensure that it can compete effectively with a diva cake, for instance? You have to compete on your terms, on your turf, and on your rules. A model that we used to do this is called the Shawari model, because you cannot break a rule you don't understand. You have to know the rule before you can break the rule, before you can become the rule. If you don't understand an industry and you don't understand a market, you cannot break the rule, especially when the market is such that it is probably their standard processes, standard ways in which the business is being done. So the first one is that you must know the role. How do you get to know the role? It is basically an external audit. Two things you must audit. Firstly, you must audit the market. Ask yourself, in this market that I play in, thank you, Dara, thank you. Netflix is not competing based on the regular way we used to do video clubs and DVDs and stuff. No, Netflix is not competing based on that rule. Netflix has completely changed the rule of engagement. Completely changed the rule of engagement. Now you have, what we want to do now is learn to, how do you change those rules? How do you play on your terms? How do you play? And are you aware that at one point, Blockbuster, which was the market leader then, Netflix was struggling to the point they wanted to sell themselves to Blockbuster. Blockbuster was the market leader, was the leading video club in the world. They had 70-something% of the share of the market share. And Netflix was struggling and they wanted to sell themselves to Blockbuster. So how do we disrupt the rules of engagement in such a way that we are beginning to play on our terms? In this market, you are going to switch from being, in this industry, you're going to switch from being a market follower and create a category of your own. Do you understand what I mean by a category? Anybody understand what I mean by a category? You are creating some sort of a new industry of somewhat. You're creating an industry where nobody else is playing in that space except you that started it. And that is the best way to compete. If you're going to compete head to head, so for instance, imagine Netflix wanted to start an alternative video club and beat Blockbuster. Just imagine what will happen. They also want to start a video club. And every time somebody says, I want to be better, I want to be better than, I want to be better than the market leader, you're deceiving yourself. You can't be. You know why? Because first and foremost, you don't even have the backbone to be better. For you to have the backbone to be better than current market leaders, the level at R&D you'll be doing will be in the excess of millions of dollars. So you don't have the deep pockets. And you know what market leaders do? There's something called the war of attrition. Somebody can Google that. War of attrition. War of attrition is that they will wear you out. They will wear you thin. Case in point, there was a time Dangote reduced the cost of cement. They reduced the cost of cement below the cost price of any other competition. Please just think about it. Dangote cement reduced the cost price for cement, the selling price of cement, below the cost price of any competition in Nigeria. They killed every other cement company. It's better cement is one of those that took the fall for it. Now, if you want to compete on cost, on pricing, you can't. Market leader has the economies of scales. If you want to compete based on quality, you can't. Market leader can always say that they have better quality than you. If you want to compete based on research and development, they have deeper pockets than you. So on what basis would you be saying you want to compete with them? I've not shut down my laptop for like 5 days. And it's today is beginning to ask me that, don't you know I need a rest? You will finish this one before you rest. So, I hope we're still in this class. I hope we're getting the crux of this matter. Your vision is a market leader's position. You want to achieve your vision, but the market leader will not just tell you, yeah, come and take it. The market leader will never. And I know Tumishe plays in the coaching, mental health space. Your vision is a market leader's current position. They're not going to hand this over to you. Nobody would ever do that. So how do we play in such a way that you are able to compete on your turf and your terms, such that the market leader does not even think of you as a competition, but you're already, gaining market share. But they don't see you as a competition. So they are not even focused on you. So I said, let's focus on Shuhari, starting with Shu. Shu, you're going to audit the market and ask yourself, are there unmet and underserved needs? Are there unmet and underserved needs? Are there needs that are currently not being met or not being well served? So in the case of Netflix, for instance, Netflix realized that for Blockbuster, people will still have to leave their homes to go to a physical location to go get their DVDs. That was one major one. So what people wanted was more convenient ways of, getting access to rentals, DVD rentals, movie rentals, sorry, So that was underserved. Blockbuster was doing a fantastic job, however, some particular people, and it was not all of the market, just a small section of that market said they just wanted to be more convenient. Some people said they just wanted it to be more convenient. Some other people said, no, that I actually like the fact that I belong to a video club, and I get to meet and network with other people and, and discuss movies and stuff. But some small part of the market said, you know what, we are interested in just being, more convenient in the process of movie rental. Now, the industry audit, Blockbuster was not interested in that market, in that unmet need, because they were not particular about that size of the market. They felt those people complaining were not too many.